Ladies and gentlemen, life does not wait for anyone. Every moment is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more resilient. But change real, meaningful change does not come from outside. It begins from within. The battle to change your behavior is not against the world, but against your own doubts, fears, and old habits. It is about waking up each day with courage and choosing to rise despite the weight of yesterday's mistakes. I want to tell you today that the power to change lies deep inside you. You are your own greatest motivator. And no matter how far you have drifted from your best self, the path back is always open. You just need to take the first step with faith, patience, and determination. Embrace self-awareness, the mirror to your soul. The journey of change starts with a simple but profound step, looking within. When you dare to look into the mirror of your soul, you begin to see the patterns that govern your life. This reflection is not about judgment, but about understanding. Without this clarity, you wander in the dark, chasing change like a fleeting shadow. Self-awareness is not always comfortable. Sometimes it reveals parts of ourselves that we've tried to hide or ignore. But in that discomfort lies growth. When you face your fears, your anger, your excuses with honesty, you create space for transformation. This is where the roots of change begin to grow deep. You must learn to listen to your inner voice without fear or shame. The thoughts that swirl inside your mind are the language of your heart. Pay attention to the moments when your behavior is automatic, when you react without thinking. These moments hold the keys to your patterns, your triggers. Observe without blame. When you catch yourself repeating old habits, do not condemn yourself. Instead, gently acknowledge the pattern and ask, why do I do this? What need am I trying to fulfill? This compassionate curiosity leads to deeper understanding. Sometimes, self-awareness means recognizing the stories you tell your stories of limitation, fear, or unworthiness. These stories shape your behavior more than you realize. Challenge them. Question their truth. You have the power to rewrite these narratives. Self-awareness also teaches you patience. Change cannot be rushed because it is not just about action but about inner growth. Your mind, your emotions, and your habits need time to align. Respect the process and honor the small shifts you notice each day. The mirror to your soul shows you both your light and your shadow. Embrace both. Your shadows are not enemies, but messengers, guiding you to the parts of yourself that need healing and attention. When you embrace your whole self, change becomes possible. Often, we avoid self-awareness because we fear what we might find. But hiding from ourselves only keeps us trapped. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to face it. Step into that courage. You will find strength you never knew you had. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-awareness. Writing your thoughts, your emotions, your daily actions brings clarity. It allows you to track your progress and recognize patterns that may not be obvious at first glance. Meditation and quiet reflection help you connect with your inner self beyond the noise of the world. In silence, you hear the truths that guide your behavior. This connection is the foundation of mindful change. When you are self-aware, you begin to understand the why behind your reactions. This understanding frees you from being a slave to impulse. You start choosing your responses instead of being controlled by them. Self-awareness also helps you identify your values. When your behavior aligns with your core values, you feel authenticity and peace. If your actions contradict your values, discomfort arises, signaling that change is needed. As you become more self-aware, you develop empathy not just for others but for yourself. You recognize that you are a work in progress, deserving of patience and love just like anyone else. Remember, self-awareness is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Each day offers new lessons and insights. Stay committed to looking within, and you will find that change flows naturally from this deep understanding. The mirror you hold up to yourself is the most powerful tool for change. When you embrace self-awareness fully, you empower yourself to step out of old patterns and into a life of intentional behavior and freedom. Set clear and compassionate intentions. Change is born not from punishment, but from a place of love for yourself and your future. Setting intentions is the art of planting seeds in fertile soil. These seeds grow when nurtured with kindness, patience, and clarity. The power of intention lies in its clarity. Vague wishes lead to vague outcomes. When you declare your desire to change, be specific. What behavior do you want to shift? What new way of being do you want to embody? This clarity creates focus. Intentions should not be harsh or punitive. Too often we set goals out of frustration or anger with ourselves. Instead, approach change with gentleness. Tell yourself, I am choosing this because I deserve peace, happiness, and growth. Compassion in intention means forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Change does not erase what happened, but honors the lessons learned. When you forgive, you free your energy to move forward rather than being stuck in regret. Intentions act like a compass, guiding your daily choices. When you face moments of weakness or temptation, recalling your intention helps you steer back to your desired path. It is a reminder of your commitment. Write your intentions down. This act makes them tangible and real. Reading them regularly helps keep your motivation alive, especially on days when change feels difficult. It is important to set intentions that are achievable. Unrealistic goals set you up for failure and discouragement. Break your change into manageable steps that you can celebrate along the way. When setting intentions, include how you want to feel, not just what you want to do. For example, instead of, I want to stop procrastinating, try, I want to feel motivated and productive. Feelings are powerful drivers of behavior. Compassionate intentions create a safe space for setbacks. If you stumble, remind yourself that change is a process. Your intention is not a rigid rule, but a loving guide back to your true path. Share your intentions with someone you trust. Speaking your goals aloud adds accountability and support. Sometimes, the act of voicing your intentions strengthens your resolve. Visualize your intentions daily. Imagine yourself living the new behavior, feeling the emotions you desire. Visualization trains your brain to expect and accept change as reality. Your intentions are a reflection of your deepest values. When you connect your goals to what truly matters to you, motivation flows naturally. Align your intentions with your purpose. As you grow, your intentions may evolve. Be flexible and kind with yourself. Change is not a straight line, but a winding path. Adjust your intentions as you learn more about yourself. Remember, intention without action is just a wish. Pair your clear, compassionate intentions with small steps each day. This combination creates momentum and transforms dreams into reality. Setting intentions with love and clarity is a revolutionary act. It shifts the energy of change from fear and pressure to hope and possibility. It invites you to become the author of your own transformation. Build small, sustainable habits. Big change is made up of small actions, repeated consistently. The power of tiny habits is often underestimated, but they are the bricks that build lasting transformation. When you try to change everything at once, you risk burnout and discouragement. Instead, focus on one habit at a time, one small shift that feels doable and meaningful. The secret of sustainable habits is that they fit into your life naturally. Choose changes that align with your daily routine and values. When habits feel forced, they rarely stick. Celebrate every small victory. Did you pause before reacting? Did you take a deep breath instead of snapping? These moments are wins that deserve recognition. Celebrating progress fuels motivation. Habits change the way your brain works. Each repetition creates new neural pathways, making new behaviors easier and more automatic over time. Patience is key. Sometimes, small habits involve changing your environment. Place reminders where you can see them. Remove distractions that trigger old behaviors. Create a space that supports your goals. Accountability helps build habits. Share your small goals with someone who will encourage you. Knowing someone is cheering you on can make a big difference. Be gentle with yourself if a habit doesn't stick right away. Change takes time, and setbacks are part of the process. Reflect on what you can learn and try again. Pair new habits with existing routines. For example, if you want to practice gratitude, do it right after brushing your teeth. This pairing makes new behaviors easier to remember. Small habits build momentum. As one becomes established, add another. Over time, these tiny changes compound into a powerful transformation. Tracking your habits can increase awareness and motivation. Use a journal, an app, or a simple checklist. Seeing your progress visually reinforces your commitment. Habits create identity. Each small choice sends a message to yourself. I am the kind of person who cares for my growth. These messages build confidence and self-respect. Remember that small habits are not insignificant. They are the quiet warriors of change, shaping your future in ways that dramatic actions cannot. Consistency matters more than perfection. Showing up every day, even imperfectly, is what creates lasting change. Small habits invite you to live intentionally. They remind you that transformation is not about giant leaps, but about steady, mindful steps toward your best self. Surround yourself with positive influences. No one is an island. The company we keep shapes our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors more than we often realize. Surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting influences is crucial for sustaining change. Seek out people who inspire you, those who embody the qualities you wish to develop within yourself. Their presence acts as a mirror, reflecting your potential and reminding you of your strength. Positive influences provide encouragement when your motivation wanes and offer perspective when your path feels unclear. They create an environment where growth is nurtured and setbacks are met with support, not judgment. This community doesn't have to be large. Even one or two trusted allies can make a profound difference. Find mentors or friends who challenge you lovingly, helping you stretch beyond your comfort zone. Share your intentions and struggles with them openly. Vulnerability builds trust and deepens connections. When surrounded by positivity, your mindset shifts from limitation to possibility. You begin to internalize their belief in you, strengthening your own faith in your capacity to change. Conversely, distancing yourself from negative or toxic influences is equally important. This does not mean cutting off people harshly, but setting boundaries that protect your emotional and mental well-being. Your environment, both social and physical, should serve as a sanctuary for your growth, not a barrier. Cultivating positive influences is an act of self-respect and a vital step toward living a life aligned with your best self. Practice resilience. Your superpower change is never a straight path. It will test your patience, your faith, and your courage in ways you never expected. Resilience is the inner strength that keeps you moving forward, even when the road is rocky and the destination feels distant. It is the refusal to give up, the ability to rise every time you fall. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or failure, but embracing them as essential teachers on your journey. When you practice resilience, you see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as signs of defeat. This mindset shift transforms setbacks into comebacks. Resilience builds muscle every time you choose to continue despite fear, doubt, or exhaustion. It is forged in moments of vulnerability when you lean into discomfort instead of running away. Cultivating resilience requires patience with yourself and the understanding that healing and growth take time. It means forgiving yourself for mistakes and using them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Resilience empowers you to reclaim your narrative, to say, "This does not define me," and move beyond old patterns. It anchors you in hope when circumstances threaten to overwhelm. Your resilience is a light that not only guides you, but also inspires others walking similar paths. Every time you stand up again, you honor your strength and deepen your connection to your purpose. This superpower of resilience is the foundation for lasting change because it keeps your heart open and your spirit unbreakable. In the end, Change is not a distant dream reserved for others. It is a choice available to you right now, in this very moment. The journey to transform your behavior begins with the courage to look within honestly and to embrace your true self with compassion. When you set clear intentions wrapped in kindness, build small habits that nurture your growth, surround yourself with positive influences, and practice resilience through every challenge, you become unstoppable. Remember, the power to change is not something you wait for, it is something you awaken inside yourself. Each step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to the person you are meant to be. Your journey is a testament to your strength, your hope, and your limitless potential. So stand tall, hold your heart open, and step forward with the unshakable belief that you are capable of creating the change you desire. This is your moment. This is your life, and you are ready.